Alright guys, today we're going to do a video on a display for morale patches. We just got into collecting morale patches and stuff, so we decided, let's make a display for that. So we're going to go ahead and get started on this. Some stuff you're going to need that, I found just lying around is, a sharp knife, pencil, tape measure, your drill bit, 1/4-inch drill bit, just to get the 550 cord through. You're going to want 2 spent shotgun shells for this little project. You don't need them, but you'll see what happens. So, something else I have that's really going to come in handy is an electric stapler or a pneumatic, like air pneumatic stapler. If you don't have that, that's fine. Slap staplers or just manual stapler, or even like push pins will work just fine to hold the felt in place. Now we are using felt. Brienne got this at one of the craft stores. You can order it on Amazon too. It's really easy to stick morale patches to it, and it's a lot cheaper than going with like Velcro or something like that. So I know a lot of people are on a budget on most of these do-it-yourself projects. That's why we're doing them. So there's that. We'll get started. The sheet of plywood that we have is like 1/4-inch plywood. It's just random cut off that we had laying around, and that's what we're going to use for the project. Get this all out of the way. And for size, it doesn't really matter. It's all personal preference. This one's 2 foot by like 18 inches, so 24 by 18. We marked center. This is 2 foot this way, so come in a foot, mark center. And this is just going to show us where the board itself is going to hang. So the first thing we're going to want to do is drill 2 holes for the 550 cord to go through. All right, I'm going from center. I'm going to go about 10 inches from center, make a mark, and then measure down 1.5 inches and make a mark. And that's going to give us where I want to drill my holes for the 550 cord. Same thing on this side, 10 from center, and then down 1.25 inches, or 1.5 inches, I'm sorry. And then just make an X right there like that, and that'll give you your markings for where to drill. So let's drill this. Grab my multi-tool and one of the shotgun shells, and we will drill a hole, I guess right here in the back side. See how that turns out. Now you don't want to go straight through, you want to just get it kind of like that. Just poke a hole through it. Ream it out a little bit. You can clean it up if you want to, but that'll give you a nice spot to run the 550 cord through. Alright guys, so we already have the felt pre-cut to the dimensions of what our lumber is. Suggestion, I would go at least 2 inches on either side past whatever the dimension of your lumber is. So we'll center it up on our felt to get it started, and we will fold this top side down first and staple it. Now the one thing I'm going to avoid doing is overlapping the felt and stapling it near my holes, so we'll get it down just enough that it's just above those holes, like that right there. Staple in, and we'll do that the whole way down. Kind of try and keep it even the whole way. And realistically, if you don't have access to a stapler, I bet you could get away with using a something like thumbtacks. Just push them in. It should hold in the 1/4-inch ply. I'm just gonna fold this over, staple it. Make sure it's pulled tight too. Actually, we'll start from where we shot it in and work our way over. I just flipped it over to make sure that it was there was no wrinkles in it or anything. It looks good. So we're gonna flip it back over and pull our right and left side, fold them over, and staple them. So over here, I'm just going to keep this tucked the same way, pull overlap it like this, and we'll staple it. Same thing at the top. Try to remember to not cover your holes. Now I did flip it over again to make sure there were no wrinkles, just don't want it looking terrible. So do the final staples here. Make sure everything's pulled tight. Alright, there it is flipped over. Everything looks really good. I'm pleased with that. So the next thing we're going to go and do is, if you remember what your measurements are, from center 10 inches and 10 inches down 1.5 inches, or you can obviously feel around and find your holes. Also, you can find them from the back side, and this is where your knife is going to come in handy. So what we're going to do is put 2 X cuts where your holes are for the 550 cord. So actually, use my pencil to locate the holes and ended up just poking a hole in it to mark it. I'm still going to cut it with the knife. Send your paracord through the hole like that. Do the same thing on the other side then. Now this is where the shotguns are going to come, the shotgun shells are going to come in handy. We're going to take those, insert the 550 cord into the hole. Pull some slack out and put a knot or a double knot in it. And then repeat the process on the opposite side, exactly the same on the exact same spot on the paracord. Pull it in. Cut a little bit of the excess paracord off there. I still had a little bit too much. Insert it in the shotgun shell in that 1/4 inch hole we made earlier. Kind of match up. You can see if it's hanging there, how low it's going to hang. So we actually want to take a little bit more out of it. Probably about right there. That looks pretty good. Cut this excess off. And we are in business. Time to start throwing some morale patches on here, guys. Alright guys, there it is. I definitely need a lot more morale patches, that's for sure. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this works. Gotta find a different spot to hang it, but had the best lighting right here. So that is the start of the collection, and that project was pretty quick and easy. So thanks for checking out the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you on the next one.